quite a few meetings back in January. We had a reorganization meeting, we had a regular meeting, and also we had our special meeting. This is the approval of the minutes on the reorganization meeting. Do I have a motion to accept the minutes of the meeting of the reorganization?
Yeah, I'll make a motion to accept the minutes.
Okay, do I have a second? Okay, all in favor? Aye. Okay, the next is the minutes of the meeting for the regular meeting. I did find an error in, on the first page, it said Supervisor Amsdale read a letter from the county stating that the President Township received liquid fuel funds in the amount of $21,040 to purchase a salt block. That should be not liquid fuels money, but it's a community development block grant, CDBG.
So the money didn't come from our liquid fuels account,
No.
it came from a grant.
Yes, it will become from a block grant that we will be receiving. Okay. Do I have a motion to accept the minutes with the changes that are made? Okay, do I have a second?
Yeah, I'll second.
Okay, all in favor? Aye. Okay. Next, minutes of the meeting, of the special meeting we had. Jim found a mistake. Instead of Attorney Jim Marshall, it should be John Marshall. Yeah. Okay, so do I have a motion to accept the minutes of the meeting with that change?
Yes, I make a motion to accept the minutes.
Already, do I have a second? Okay, all in favor? Already, next is the treasurer's report. Do I have a motion to accept the treasurer's report?
I'll make a motion.
Okay, do I have a second?
I will second the motion.
Okay, all in favor? Aye. We wrote a letter to the fire department, maybe I will read it. This was dated January 5th, 2012. President Volunteer Fire Department. Dear officers and members, as per Frank Machoka's request, we are sending this letter to assure you that we would like to work with all of you to maintain and support our fire department. We are requesting access to the building. Although we have repealed the 1% fire tax, we are allotting the fire department $10,000. It will be the fire department's responsibility to secure the workman's compensation insurance with the allotted funds. Requests for additional funding can be presented to our board for approval. We would like a representative from the fire department to attend our monthly meetings and give a report. Our meetings are held the second Wednesday of each month at 6:30 p.m. If you would like to be placed on the agenda for your report, please inform our secretary. We look forward to working with you. We thank all the volunteers for their hard work and dedication to our township. We will support your fundraising efforts and wish you success. Sincerely, all three of us signed it. All three of us supervisors. So at this time, do we have a fire department report?
We ran 12 calls since the last meeting or since the beginning of the year. We ran 12 assorted calls. I don't know what else you want, you know.
Are you going to be the person that we can ask questions to?
Myself or Mr. Marshall.
Okay, I have a few questions I would like to ask you then, Frank. It's financial questions.
Don't know the answers.
You don't know the answers to the financial questions?
I'm not the financial person.
Do you know how many loans the fire department has?
2.
2? I know that there, from the information that I've gathered, for my husband getting right to knows, I believe that you have a loan for a 1994 Chevy mini pump.
Yeah.
truck?
Yep,
You still have that?
yep.
Okay, and then, there was a mortgage on the fire hall,
It's a loan on a truck, yeah,
but the fire hall is used for collateral?
correct.
Okay, on 9/19/10, the payoff was $24,484.31. The payment was $398.76. Now, I believe that you guys must have took another loan or did something, because looking through the paperwork, I find a loan of $423.76. I mean, is the mortgage more than $24,484.31 on the building?
Don't know. I can't answer that. Marshall, you want to answer?
He's right behind you.
No, Jim, you don't know?
No, off the top of my head, I'd have to,
Okay.
we can certainly provide that for you.
Okay, yeah, I wanna know, because on the newest of the information, there must have been more of a mortgage taken out, because I can't find a $398.76 payment, but I can find a payment of $423.76. Now, you are the vice president of the fire hall?
I'm the president.
You're the president, and the vice president is who?
Jimmy,
Jim Young, so you guys traded? Okay, and when did that happen?
first of the year.
First of the year? Okay. I kinda also, September 1st, 2010 through September 13th, 2011, you have PG emergency equipment. The total was $1,744.03. I was kind of wondering, what kind of equipment does our fire hall have that you purchased through PG emergency equipment?
No. You don't have any invoices, you don't have any, what are you asking?
Well, I mean, what kind of emergency equipment did you purchase through PG? I mean, one check was for $484.96, another check was $623.95, another check was for $268.75, and another check was for $366.37. I mean, what kind of purchases, what kind of equipment do we have over there? Because we don't know what kind of equipment the fire hall has, and I was curious.
We buy stuff from assorted people, depending on, honestly, with what you're giving me, the totals aren't helping any. P&G, we can buy anything up there from, we buy anything up there from bunker gear to, we buy some medical equipment up there, some of the stuff we buy from Moore, some of the stuff, we buy stuff from everybody.
Okay.
We don't, P&G's kinda close. Our reflective vests and stuff like that came from them, but I'm not saying that's one of them. Without having to look it up, or, without looking up what it is, really can't tell you.
Okay. Last month, I offered you the olive branch. And I had some phone calls from some residents. They were concerned. They were, calling me up and saying that the fire department was only gonna stay open for 3 months. And that's all you guys had the money for, was 3 months. And they were also saying that it was being told to them that Pine Grove Fire Department would not respond. And the residents were concerned. And, this is what they're telling me, and what's your take on it?
Depends on who you're talking to. If you tell us who we're talking to, tell you where the information comes from, but.
Is it true or not true?
No, it's not true.
It's not true. So the fire department, has enough money where,
We'll be fine.
okay.
I do have a question for you, though, on your
Okay.
budget and from your last meeting and the meetings that, Jack and Eddie and I were here for your budget
Special
meeting.
meeting.
Your budget meeting,
Mm-hmm.
you had made a statement that you were gonna give us our $10,000 plus the Ford fire insurance, which we deserve, which is what is a pass-through. And it doesn't show up anywhere on any of your budgets.
The $10,000 doesn't.
The $10,000 shows up, but your foreign fire insurance, that would be the relief money,
Yeah, we
doesn't
were-
show up anywhere and it's not budgeted.
Okay. No, we are going to give you the foreign fire relief.
And that doesn't show up as a question in your minutes that you already passed,
Okay.
because that was a question and that was, you guys all voted, to agree on that. And I
Yeah.
would like to see it somewhere, because, misinformation that is out there and the misinformation that is put out
Mm-hmm.
on different media stuff, and apparently you're getting misinformation and everybody's getting misinformation, and
Mm-hmm.
nobody calls the right person, and if somebody picks up the phone and calls, somebody could answer your questions, but if nobody calls, apparently you can just, be down your dark alley.
Well, I just don't want the elderly residents to be concerned that they're not going to get, medical response, fire response. And it's our job as supervisors to provide fire safety for them. And, I just want to know, where we stand when it comes to the fire department. I mean, the fire department's finances, and because a lot of times when your wife gave us the money, you'd only account for maybe about half of it.
You accounted for the way the thing reads is you're accounting for the money that was spent.
Okay.
So that's what's required by law, and that's what you got.